Yes, guys, welcome back to the Natural Physique podcast. We haven't even had chance to have our usual chat, our usual waffle, and it's my fault. I'm late because I was training, so apologies, guys. I had to run all the way upstairs from training. Too far, I was like, oh shit, it's nearly 6 o'clock. Checked WhatsApp, and you were like ready, so I obviously ran upstairs. Here we are. So welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed the last episode. I enjoyed it very much. I literally, when I uploaded it, I watched bits of it back and I was laughing like so much. I was like trying to eat a meal and I couldn't eat my meal. Mainly just Noah making that camel noise.
And you did again for us.
Mhm.
Oh, you put me on the spot. Hold on.
No, don't do it now. It's not the same.
Oh, fine.
We'll do it randomly in the podcast.
All right, I'll cut one of
Yeah,
these off.
we Easter egg and everyone. Yeah, yeah.
Right, so we're just going to do a 45-minute Q&A. Matt's got to get off at 7 because he's got a posing call because he's a busy posing coach. So he's so good at his job. If you haven't already, make sure you inquire with Matt.
Click the link in the bio.
Click the link in the description or bio or wherever it is. There'll be a link somewhere. There has to be. So yeah, is everybody all good?
Spot
Yeah.
on.
Still a
Yeah,
bit sick, but yeah, pretty
a
good.
bit sick. Yeah, how was your session? I saw you message me saying you did devolume, yeah?
Yeah, I did D-volume upper. Usually do it on a Friday, but because of big things this weekend, so had
Big
to do
Things
it
coming.
Not like that. Big things
instead.
coming. We're meeting up to do blood work and get some content. They're the big things
Yeah,
coming.
that's that weekend. Then that's this weekend.
Yeah,
I was thinking, what is he talking about there? I assumed something else. I don't know, but
that's this weekend.
um,
yeah, I'm gonna fucking faint. You're gonna get videos of me turning yellow.
I
It's
can't
so
wait for it.
bad. Mate, honestly, when we were in school and we get like our jabs or jags, whatever it is. Like there was a wee just fucking just get hooked, mate. But we got them done and there was a wee mat on the floor for anyone that was like fainting. I was like, what pussy's using that? And they fucking gave me it and the woman, this is how I got my fear of needles. Like somebody walked past and it kind of like hit her when she had the needle in me and there was this like horrible feeling ever since then, like terrify me. And I'm sat there 2 minutes later, lying on the map. You're like fucking hyperventilating. All my mates are just ripping the piss at me. I was like, for fuck's sake. So yeah, I'm shitting
Well,
myself
that
again.
was your first ever that experience, your first ever injection.
No, I was fine with needles before that. Like
Right.
had nothing with them. And then that happened, and there was just this horrible feeling. And every time, like I see a needle or anything, like it freaks me out, and it's just got worse and worse. And now blood freaks me the fuck out too. So it's going well.
Have you ever had like acupuncture?
Oh my God, mate, it's so bad. So,
Yeah, I can't even do that. I can do blood tests, but I can't do acupuncture because I
mate,
got in like my calf and then I felt like the tingles and I started like my foot started going.
makes me need to cover my neck. It's so strange, like freaks me out. So I went to the physio and it was for what was it for? I think it was my quads. And he done some like massage work so on and so forth and he was like, do acupuncture and I was like, I've got a like horrendous few needles, mate. But he was like, do you want to do it? I was like, fuck it, do it. I'm not a pussy. So he started doing it, and that's the feeling that I hate. And see, because that reminds me of that other feeling. Like when he puts it in, it's obviously the trigger points, and it starts to like ripple and tingle. I was sat there, I was like, man, I'm gonna be sick. Take him out, take him out. And he was just sat giggling at me. I'm like, I'm always just getting fucking slated for my pure like horrible fears. Brutal.
Well, this weekend will be fun then.
Yeah, hopefully Holly does some magical shit, and I don't faint.
Yeah, so shout out. We're going to Atlas. So shout out to Holly. Holly's gonna dress up like a nurse for you, mate, and get you really relaxed.
Nice.
Yeah.
I need to get my numbing cream. I think I got numbing cream last time.
You get numbing cream for it?
Yeah, just so it doesn't feel like there's much. I don't mind the feeling of the needle going in. Like I don't mind the pinch because I got a tattoo and that was sound and that's obviously sore. But it's once it's in there, like the thought and everything of it really freaks me out. But if I literally can't feel it at all, I mean, I was sat singing Dave the last time I done it when I get blood taken. I was at, so I'm just gonna put my AirPods in and just start singing to myself because then I can't even hear when she's near me. I'm nothing. I had my eyes closed and I was just sat there singing to myself.
Yeah, and if it's numb, you can't even tell.
Freak guy. So yeah, I'll see how it goes.
If you need to do that, mate, it's fine. We'll just all bully you.
Yeah, videos. Get a reel with it.
Yeah, we
Mm.
will. That's the
Like,
whole point. We're getting
reviewed.
Mancuso to come and film.
Yeah.
I still need to pay him.
Mm.
I literally thought that like just before I was about to jump on here. I'll sort that. Right. So I forgot to put a questions box up. So who
I've just put one.
I've
who?
got one up.
We are awful.
I've got one.
Yeah, Matt put one up. Did anyone else?
I put one up about 3 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Matt, how many questions did you get?
Um,
None.
I think I got about 10, but most of them were Jake Byers taking the piss out of Noah.
I fucking knew it.
This will be good.
Anyone know
Um,
Milo at all?
Milo.
Milo.
one, two,
Big
three.
Doug.
I got 11. No, 10. Yeah, 10.
Okay.
Hit us with
Are there,
any
are
half
there
decent ones.
any? Huh?
I was gonna say, hit any half decent ones. Have you got any?
Have I got any half decent ones? I got a
Or
couple.
yeah, go for it then.
Yeah. Um, if you were females, which category would you compete in?
Let's
I,
base it on. Let's do what would we want to compete in, and then also what do our physiques actually warrant competing in. So, like Matt, you'd do figure based on your physique.
Yeah, just because of the delts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way, you'd do wellness.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
when I'm in the off season, I've got a dumpy. I'm cooked.
I'll take bikini then. I'm fucking small anyway. I weigh
Yeah.
80
Mhm.
You don't need a chest. To be fair.
I'll do.
kg. Good
I'll
thing.
do. What's the other one then? Physique or bodybuilding?
Or
No, you
bodybuilding.
can do Fit Pro, a Fit Mod.
Oh
Fit
yeah.
model.
Where you literally don't even diet or train. No, you just turn up. Right. Should we talk about that? What are your thoughts on that category?
I don't even know anything about it.
To be fair, I've not seen too many people that have actually like competed in it. I've not seen too many results from shows incorporating it. There was one Fed in Japan that I was going to compete in that has that on, but it just looks like a bikini athlete, just soft.
Yeah, that hasn't dieted.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just like 6, 8 weeks out.
It's
Uh,
crazy. Man.
I think it's a bit stupid. I feel like it's just if you look at bodybuilding as a whole, not just the actual division, but if you look at it over the past like
Bodybuilding before. Yeah.
8 years, it just gets progressively more, maybe not extreme, but it will obviously develop. So fit model's just going to turn into bikini and
They're just trying to include everyone, aren't
style.
they? Like,
I've got one to ask actually. I was going down my brain rotted reels this morning, and one of them came up that wasn't pure brain rot, and it was talking about the classic guys that have won. Obviously, Grego and what was the show? It was it an Asian guy that won it who was just
It'd
he
be
didn't
yeah,
win classic.
Oh,
Uh,
that's the guy
Jack.
I commented on the.
yeah.
we
So
didn't do
Jack, all right.
classic.
what do you think with the classic and the like the bigger divisions? What are they actually looking for? Because if they're just going for size, like with him, he wasn't classic.
But he also wasn't not classic, I don't think. Like, I know you said he's fucking less classic, my big toe, but like,
Your
it's not
big
as if
toe
he
is
had
pretty classic though.
It is
exactly like
That
yeah.
teacup,
still a
man.
good amount
It
of
can hit a
physique
good
there.
twist and
Yeah.
rear take or rear double.
But
So
he wasn't classic, but he wasn't like awfully not classic.
I think if
Waist wasn't disgustingly large. Like, some guys that go in, that look that people have when they've went on gear way too early, they've not built any muscle before it, and they've just got like very unesthetically pleasing physiques.
it's
Like,
like they're
yeah,
because of all the androgen receptors in their delts blow up, so then it looks like they've got good shape because the rest of their physique hasn't.
or even when their skin's like fucking purple. Like, I don't think that guy was that bad in that sense. Like, I think he, again, wasn't very classic, but it wasn't awful.
yeah, I agree. I think the Asian guy that won was just like in terms of like he had the least flaws. Yeah, he wasn't the most classic. Alex was probably the most classic. Jack wasn't on that
Yeah.
day. I think if Jack was 100%, it would have been like where Jack. I'm not saying Jack would have won, but I think he'd have had a better chance. And I don't know if Alex was 100% or not, but like based on Alex at the Detroit, I'd be surprised that he didn't do better in that show. But I just think Alex and Jack were a lot less comparable to the guy that won. And then I think like the guys just in second and third and whatever were before Jack and Alex were just bigger and older.
Yeah,
Like
more
and
muscle, more
then
maturity.
they just basically because the guy that won, he was pretty much as yeah, he wasn't classic, he was head and shoulders above everyone else, like in terms of his condition and his muscularity. So then
Yeah.
they've compared him to like, well, who's actually kind of like closest to him, second, third, fourth. Like that's kind of how I think it worked. Um, but I agree he wasn't like incredibly classic, and he wouldn't. I'd be surprised if he did well at the Olympia. But I also think he was probably the best on the day.
Yeah,
You
best
know what
on
I
that.
mean, he was in terms of
Yeah.
like the peak, in terms of his condition, his fullness. Yeah, he didn't have the best classic structure compared to maybe someone like Jack, but he was a lot better for him than Jack was for Jack. You know what I mean? So I think they go right. Well, he's probably looking the best today. Like even though he's not the most classic. Otherwise, you just go well, Jack's the most classic, even though he's off today. Let's just give him it. You know what I mean? You can't. I don't think you
Yeah.
can do it like that. But anyway, back to the fit model thing. Um, just quickly. So there's a girl called Victoria, and she was winning like PCA overalls the first time as last year. She won a FitX Pro card, and she's got like mint shape, and she looks really good. But then she did the NPC, the Two Bros fit model this weekend, and I don't know if she actually dieted for it. And if she did, like, I'm not saying this in a horrible way at all, but she just looked a lot less lean than she did obviously when she competed last year when she did bikini, which makes sense because obviously they're looking for like a less conditioned kind of look. But in my opinion, you just look worse. You know what I mean? And that's not just her, that's just the class. I find it very strange. I get it, and I know Josh was like they're just trying to include everyone, but bodybuild that's not what competitive bodybuilding is. Otherwise, we'll just have a really fat and you really fat category, and who's the fattest wins. Like you know what I mean? It's like
Bodybuilding's supposed
Finn's,
Coming
Finn's catching you,
from
know? Finn's catching you.
bodybuilding's supposed to be like the
What way are
top
you?
like 0.1% of people. So like I don't understand how like a random person in the gym could just
yeah,
rock
it
up
shouldn't.
to a
It's
fit
like
model show.
training and physique development and health and fitness should be inclusive to everyone. Competitive bodybuilding shouldn't. Like
Mm.
it's not anybody can compete and good luck. We'll make a class that suits you. Like I get it for disability, 100%. Yeah, because that's like if that's the card that they've been dealt or they've been through, obviously a massive trauma in their life and they want to compete, amazing that they can. That's fine. But if it's just like hardly any muscle and be as soft as you want class. It's like what? Like, I just don't. I just think it's silly. I think it's more of like a beauty contest, and I mean bodybuilding. Obviously, kind of like that, but it shouldn't be judged. It shouldn't be that. You know what I mean? Like the best bodybuilder in the world could be the ugliest person in the world. It's fucking irrelevant. If they've got a sick physique, you don't even look at their face. But well, I feel like with fit model, it's like I'm not saying it is judged on their face. I don't think it is, but you get what I mean in terms of like, it doesn't really matter that much. It's just who suits this class the best. And like, again, in my opinion, the girl who actually won it, on, I'm looking at the BTS that have got like a BTS Beyond the Stage TV fit model page.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're seeing in the girl that won it more than the other three girls. To be
Yeah, it's like impossible to judge for us because it's like, what the fuck are we even looking for here?
honest, like Victoria,
I go
based
to
on
a bodybuilding show.
it's literally front and back pose. Based on that, in my opinion, Victoria should win because she's got sick delts and she's got better shape than all the other girls. But that's not what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just want like Sanaya
I
was
don't what the fuck do they want?
Sanaya was saying they basically want what bikini was when it was first invented. But so if you
I
look
don't
back and look at
think
like the first winner and stuff, but then if you like look at the men's physique winner and like the first ever men's physique winner, like it's massively different to now. So they're going to then bring another one in, and then like you say, what it just keeps cycling, and then before you know it, it's going to just develop again. So yeah, I don't agree with it. Like I think what we were saying then about bodybuilding, competitive bodybuilding, doesn't have to be inclusive to everybody. I don't
Yeah.
think. I don't think that makes sense.
I like men's wellness. So you need to fucking get
oh,
them in.
That's Noah's class.
That
You should
is
go to Brazil. Go to Brazil, Noah. They've got loads of men's wellness.
here we look pop, man. Get
Yeah.
out
mate, my arse is like a forest. The dog. Oh my God.
there.
You saw me running around Egypt, John. Like, you've seen the forest in person.
Running around Egypt, what, just bollock naked?
No, do you not remember the photo
Yeah, I
after?
do
We're
remember.
not getting the photo on
That
the
wasn't.
podcast.
No, do
The
not.
photo's not coming up on this.
That wasn't running around Egypt. That was in a room. It wasn't running.
In Egypt. In Egypt.
You're running around in a room in Egypt. You
I
were
was running
running
around.
around.
Jason Brandon hitting him with a toe. Yeah, good times. Good times. That's the worst part about competing, fucking shaving that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Although I couldn't when I was trying to get mine done, I couldn't like my V didn't react well to my skin. It like it wouldn't come
Yeah,
off.
look
I
at
was
that.
stinking. So I
Got PE in
remember
it.
probably shouldn't be saying this on a podcast, but I remember it took about 5 hours to get all my hair off, and I don't have an electric razor. It was like a Gillette triple blade, right? I've got like mirror. Have I told you that story, Josh?
So bad.
I've got like mirror sliding wardrobe bit. So I was like, right, how am I gonna shave my arse crack? Because this is nuts. So I've got like this big fucking mixing bowl, right? I've thrown it out straight after, but I thought, right, I can't reach underneath in the shower, so I'm gonna fill it up with warm water, spread my legs akimbo, and like bend over, like basically doing the splits and looking at myself, look, going up the whole way. And I remember because I got the bus with Eric down to Manchester, or the amount of like shaving bumps I got from that, it was appalling. I remember looking at my stage shots and you could genuinely see all the pricks in my arse from the shaving like that. But
Bed that night as well. That's horrible. See when you get into the covers, and it's
uh,
just I don't like the
oh, I
feeling of
quite like that. Like whenever you've just shaved your
uh,
legs, I
just
feel like
stick to the
I'm
covers
like
like
slipping all about the place.
Yeah,
I'm loving
I
it.
feel like a girl. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I know my legs are all smooth. I'm
Like
getting all
smooth my
good.
own leg. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, who's that?
Right, to be fair, we might as well talk about that then, because that's a good. I mean, we can create. This is supposed to be an educational podcast, guys. All right, so we can talk about what Noah should have done instead. So, is that the first time you shaved the whole prep? Surely not.
No, no. So I was shaving, like the whole time because I wanted to see my legs coming in. But I'd never shaved my arse crack. I was just like, I'm just gonna let the wind take on.
it's a normal thing to do, isn't
I would just let it go. Everything else can go, but the arse crackle that'll stay. And then I thought I really should get that sorted. Because I was already renting your pants that were Matt's as well. So we've shared pants, Matt. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, what?
I've used fins as well.
Yeah, there
Is
were fins. Were you not blue pants that season, 2022?
Yeah, no, but they were my own. They aren't fins.
Oh, Ben, I thought you said that he used them.
I used your classic ones last year. That's what it was.
I will. I'm pretty sure you. So anyway, they were Finn's pants. So I thought I can't have them like that. But I remember there was like a because you sent me a PDF and it was like a big slideshow what to do in thingy. So I was like, right, sound get 0% shower exfoliator kind of thing for my skin. Cushy, loved that. But then when it came to the shaving, I was like, right, I need to use the Veet. My skin was not reacting well to it because I
it didn't
said,
work at all.
mate,
Like
it
it
just
said, it gives you the wee scraper. Scraper doesn't work. Then I was like, right, I'll try it with towel. Towel didn't work. Nothing. Then just stunk at egg the rest of the day.
yeah.
Yeah, Veet's a weird one.
Um,
Like, I feel like you've got to have it on for like the perfect amount of time. Like, if you have it on, if you don't have it on long enough, nothing happens. If you have it on too long, it like causes skin irritation and it like burns
Yeah.
your skin a little bit. Um, I've used Veet a fair few times, and I would just prefer to get like an electric shaver. They're not that expensive.
I
And
think a
then
Philip blade is like the most popular option. I've
yeah,
heard they're
Philips
really
One
I
Blade.
always been told by everyone, but I never got one.
Philips One Blade is good, but it's just very small, so it takes ages. You can get like like a barber's like a
That's what
one,
I got.
yeah, like a long thin one like that. I think use that everywhere.
Like a Turkish razor.
No,
No,
Or just like
no. Like the
yeah,
electric
it's just
shit, like a
Oh,
haircut
I was
for
about to say,
example.
just slice yourself up everywhere.
no, it's like I don't know what they're called, but it's I think they're women's razors anyway. They're like you can get them from like TK Maxx, like it's like a women's razor pink one. But like anyway, I would recommend using like one of those just everywhere, and then use like a Philips One Blade for like more intricate bits
I
or
done
a dry blade.
I done like a normal razor, like the electric one, and then I had a is it a foliator, foiler,
you're the foiler.
foiler.
Oh mate, I used the
That's it.
foiler in Denmark. It did not work.
Unbelievable. Yeah, so like I would shave
No.
with the electric razor, still like little teeny stubbles. See when you go over the foiler, like perfectly smooth, like quite satisfying actually. And then Matthew McMillan used it, and I've never seen it again. So Matthew, give me back my foiler,
Mm.
you pussy.
Yeah, that's what you should
They
have done.
do help. They definitely do help. Like that gets it like completely everything done. It's
Yeah.
always good to have someone there as well to like check over because you can't do like the back, like your shoulders and shit, and you can't really tell if you've done it or not. So ideally get someone, ideally not a family member if you're doing your arse crack. That wouldn't be good.
I
Oh,
think I got my mum to do my arse.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Worked out okay.
Reese gets his
Brutal.
Reese,
Mum, bad. I got my dad to do it, but mum's crazy.
Reese got his mum to do it. Well, he
But
can't,
he keeps her
can't,
anyway.
can't get his dad, can he? Reese would get
Mm.
his mum to do it, but he wouldn't ask Sanaya. He'd rather ask his mum than Sanaya,
That's crazy work.
which I think is weird.
Hmm.
I don't have anyone to do mine now. Applications for anybody who wants to shave my ass next time I compete will be below.
Wow.
Yeah, we all do it. All of us are. To be fair, mine's getting my tan on in Manchester now. You, Will, and Jasper all just yeah.
that was fun.
That was
That
hilarious.
was
It was a good
definitely
giggle. Mm.
ankle socks.
Yeah, I'm just sat there. I've never met them before, and first time I meet them, I'm just like fully in the scud with a wee sock covering my bobby. Tony the Tiger.
Will be.
Bring
Bobby.
back Tony the Tiger, by the
Tony
way.
the Tiger. Mate, you tagged, I always remember it. You tagged me in a story. I was like, there's no chance he's just put me in the scud. See, when you're getting tanning as well, it's freezing. The tan is freezing. So my Bobby's like shrunk back up inside me, and he's took a photo of me and put it on the FK Physiques page. And I'm like, I was like, I'm a content fucking fiend at that point. Somebody reposting it, put up a wee Tony and me going, "Arr." I was like,
I'm like, I remember when I first was like gonna get a tan, I was literally thinking like, you're nervous, it's freezing, and what do you
yeah,
think? Like, it's gonna fall off. Like the sock is gonna fall off.
yeah.
I asked Nicola if I put my balls in the sock as well, and she just looked at me. She's like, huh? I was like,
I did.
what do I do? What do I do?
Did you
You
put your balls
probably
in?
do.
I
I
put my
put
balls in as well.
I put my balls in.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Of course,
I think
of
you.
course you do.
that
Yeah,
helps
because it's
keep
like,
it.
Yeah, in the heel
how
bit.
fat is your knob if it's gonna fucking like grip onto the sock?
I think it'd
Fill
look
out
a
a
bit
full
weird.
sock.
I think it'd look a bit weird if you just like left your balls out and like they're like right bent over. You got tan all over your balls, but at least
Hang
you
on
got
there.
sweet.
Can I just move them out the way?
I remember I was getting my tan in Denmark before the European show, and there was like a bit of a language barrier with the woman, and she kept saying like it, like going like that. And I was like, what is it? And she was like, it. And I was
You
like,
need to
oh,
be
you
a
want me to lift
cabin
it
that
up
goes
and
to the
move
side,
it?
you
So,
know?
Oh, my massive sack. You want me
oh,
to call
this
it a
thing.
massive sack?
Uh,
The women in America, when I was getting mine done, like when you turn to the rear and they need to do like your adductors and your hamstrings in the rear, you need to kind of like bend over a little bit. And I turned and she's like, "Show me your tushy." I was like, I'll repeat that
Did
again.
you get a semi?
Yeah, I did. There was like a big pop at the tent, man. But yeah, that was
looked
an
right out.
interesting. Worst one was Romania actually,
You've
because
had a lot, to be fair, haven't you? You've had a lot
they
of
were
time.
just going in the scud. Yeah, all the guys were just like fully naked. And it was the Masters that I was in with, sadly. So that was fucking brutal. It was the Pro Masters, right? And then that was at the back end of the show. So I'd sat there, I'd competed. Casey and I were just watching the rest of the show, and they all come on. And I was like, right, Casey, he's got a fucking massive knob. His is weirdly shaped. His is teeny. His is alright. And she was wetting herself. Like, we were trying to guess. I was like, what one has a big knob? Fucking brilliant. Good game. They were all bald as well. Every Masters class, every single one of them was just completely bald. But there was a mad Italian guy. He was fucking beautiful, and he was the one with the big knob. So
You fancy him.
I just started necking him right there, mate. Going for it.
fair.
But yeah, that was an interesting experience because I was sat there in my sock and I'm like, I'm the weirdo for not being completely naked here. I was like, that's crazy. And they had like wee fans. Once you got your tan done, you'd go round to the next bit, and there was like a few fans. So everyone stood there like literally after doing the splits, try to like dry all the tan there. It's like fucking hell, this is strange. I was 18 at the time. I was like, oh. They were probably loving it, mate.
It's so weird, isn't it?
Me. Why does he get a semi?
You say I'm only 18.
Yeah.
As soon as I hear 18 in a Scottish accent,
That's all I
all
think
I think
about.
of is Lewis Agnew going, I'm only 18. I'm only 18.
He put a good question. He wrote anal sex.
God.
Not even,
He sent that
not
to
even a
me.
question mark. Not even a question.
Opinions on anal.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Royal Rumble 6
Don't think
edition.
it's my
Try to
cup of
make
tea.
everyone finish before you.
Royal Rumble 6 edition. Who said that?
Lewis asked. Lewis asked. Royal Rumble 6 edition. Try to make everyone finish before you. Who's winning? It's a fucking brilliant question. Leave it to his imagination. That's what we'll do.
Do you
Did you
get
see
any?
Mark Henry was DJing in Scotland?
Who?
Mark, do you know
No
what?
way, actually.
Yeah, Mark Henry was
Crazy
DJing
work.
in a club in Scotland.
I didn't know he was still kicking.
Yeah, he does DJing work and all that now.
Who's Mark Henry?
You don't
Big,
know who Mark
massive
Henry
black.
is?
We have not lived.
Fuck me. He was like, oh,
The
six,
6'4", black,
£300. Yeah.
that.
Like
Yeah.
wrestler.
That's Mark Henry. He was DJing in
Nah,
a
that's
like,
better when he had his long
Yeah,
hair.
when he had the
yeah,
hair.
Yeah.
What? Who is a wrestler?
Yes.
yeah.
Somebody's gonna get their ass kicked.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Oh,
I
wrestling was
loved it.
I
Oh,
love Jeff Hardy,
I
Rey
always thought the
Mysterio,
Undertaker
both
was
big
so
Batista,
cool.
Randy Orton.
You know, did I tell you? Oh, no, I've not told you. I might have told Josh. The first time my mum brought my dad round to meet me, I was really in my wrestling phase at this point. So I remember cutting up like my mum had brought home like these spare pair of tights. You remember Randy Orton? Not Randy Orton. Jeff Hardy
Jeff
used to have
Hardy.
Yeah,
things on his arms.
yeah.
I made myself these little sleeve things and I was running around in my pants and I rolled them up to look like the wrestling pants. And if you've seen what my dad looked like, he was like 5'5", stocky as fuck, like bald head, beard, like rugby dad
Mm.
belt, right? I'm climbing him like fucking monkey bars with my in these pants, just climbing all over him, all up his back, on his head, just in these pants, thinking I was Jeff Hardy. I used to love wrestling, man.
I never got into it like a huge amount, but I know the baseline kind of stuff.
I loved it. I used to put my mom in the walls of Jericho. Just fucking like slip her on the floor.
Crazy work.
Tin music, whoosh.
Oh,
I thought the
I, I
Undertaker was.
never, I never watched it, but like my mates would always want to play it on the trampoline.
Oh, wrestling on the
so
trampoline.
good.
But because I was like the smallest and the weakest, I'd hate it. I'd be like, I'm not doing this. Like, because I'd just get bullied. Like, I'd just get fucked up every time. I was like, I'm not playing.
That's half the fun, though.
The pure victim of the group.
Yeah, like
Okay.
honestly, mate, I was so small. Like they could just literally pick me up and throw me about.
Mm.
Throw me about the bedroom as a kid.
Yeah. Stop it, guys. Please.
Oh,
No, no,
God, this is
don't
a
abuse me.
professional podcast. This.
I know. You can tell we've had no idea what we're going to talk about today.
Q&A. We're just going off what we're being asked.
Enjoy.
Jake Byers, fuck, marry, kill the rest of the pod.
Mm.
Can't do that. So mean.
Um,
How am I supposed to choose one of you three that I want to actually kill? Like you can't. You can't.
Well, just do
fuck everyone.
not
Yeah. Fuck, fucking fuck.
Fuck, fuck, fuck.
Fuck. Oh, wait. I've got more questions. I've got more questions.
Right, do some good ones.
Someone asked you, Finn, how to survive a breakup. Build a gym.
I don't know.
Build the gym.
Please give me the advice.
Don't ask me. I'm still trying.
No
Yeah,
advice.
build a gym. If that doesn't work, change your hair. See if
Let's
that.
slip back your hair.
Just slicked it back.
I've just slipped it back. Or anyone asks,
I thought I'd seen him the other day.
not cut me hair.
Because of me, yeah.
So I'd never seen that, right? Charlie Bentley said
He
me.
is.
Yeah, Carl the Dragon.
Yeah, I didn't know because he's like TikTok stuff and
I only know him from like seeing him on like
Cool.
football stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, so Charlie Bentley sent me it, and I was like, that is funny because it was like pretty much exactly how I said it, and I didn't even realize.
What a guy, Call Dragon.
But no, in all seriousness about the breakup thing, um, I don't really have a direct answer. I think it'd be different what would work for anyone. Like, and I wouldn't even say what do you say, survive. What are you gonna do? Die? Like, it's shit, but you're not gonna Like fucking, it's not like you can't survive it. Like it's shit and it'll take time. And even now, like it's not like, oh yeah, everything's amazing. Like it's still weird. You know what I mean? Like I was with Shannon for over six, well, it was like 6 years. Doesn't just mean like all of a sudden you get to a point where you're like, oh, I'm completely done with that now. Like you're still reminded of it constantly. Especially I drove past her the other day. That was great. So like, yeah, but like it's life. She lives in Loughborough and I live in Loughborough. You know what I mean? Like it's life. Um,
Or when I go to Bulgaria, remember? Oh no, not Bulgaria, Hungary, Budapest. Remember you sent me,
oh
you were
yeah.
like, mate, I can't even record this voice note. Oh, send me all the photos and going back through them.
Yeah, yeah. Josh went to Budapest, and I was like, "Oh, I'll get you some recommendations." So like, went back and looked at all the photos. But yeah, like it's
Found the
shit,
photo and
huh?
put that
Yeah, the fucking
photo
massive.
in
Yeah.
peak bulk.
But no, I
Well,
wouldn't say there's any like specific thing that you need to do, and everything will be fine. Like, just crack on. Like, keep working, keep doing, keep keeping yourself busy, keep doing what you were doing before that makes you feel good. Like, I still was training, I still was eating my diet, even though I felt like I didn't have. To be fair, I had like a bit of an accidental mini cut just because my appetite was in the bin. But like, I still ate protein, still drank water, still tried to get as much sleep as you can. Like, just do things that make you feel good. Like, I put a post on at the end of the year. It was like things that I've learned over the year, and like a lot of that was just like ways that you can, if you're going through a bit of shit, ways that you can try and almost work through it. Talking to people, like not pretending that you're sound, like when you're not. Writing things down, like journaling, doesn't have to be like writing fucking pages and pages, like literally just writing like two or three things every morning or every evening that have been good about the day or that you're looking forward to that day or whatever it may be, so that you can focus on the positives more. Otherwise, you just end up being like fucking down 24/7, like, and it's easily done. So
mm,
yeah, but I don't think that's just from the breakup. That could be from anything. You know what I mean? That could be from grief. That could be from, I don't know, anything in your life. It doesn't have to be just from a relationship breakup. Any time that you're down, I guess.
solid.
Took a turn, didn't it? Let's talk about let's
Went
talk
from
about anal
fucking
again.
yeah, fucking shaving your arse and anal and Royal Rumble sex to that.
Is Noah more suited to men's physique or mukbangs?
That's that. Lewis or Jake?
Fucking gay.
It's Jake.
Fucking gays. Mr.
Oh,
Bake.
Finn
Probably
doesn't.
mukbangs at this point, to be
Yeah,
fair.
Finn doesn't know what a mukbang is.
What's she saying? What's men's physique or
A mukbang. It's like whenever people film themselves eating a fucking power of food.
But it's pure like sloppy fucking just
yeah.
It's like an ASMR. It
yeah,
was like a Korean thing.
uh,
People would go,
yeah, yeah. Who was the fat guy that got really skinny that done it?
Nikocado avocado.
Yeah, but he's purely fucking get
Yeah.
like spaghetti all over his face and shit, and people are watching that. Like, why are you watching that shit?
No.
Crazy. Meat in the prep.
never heard of it.
Did you ever watch food videos? You did know, didn't you? Yeah.
Oh my God. That's where the food focus came from.
It was actually kind of disgusted me a little
And
bit, though. Like,
that's why I watched them.
yeah,
If I made my food not nice in prep, and then I watched like so I would have cold mince with my lettuce, and I'd sit there with my mum, and we were watching 30,000 calorie challenges of cunts just scranning donuts, and I was
they
watching
were
this.
getting disgusted by it as well, the person eating it. So it makes you think
Yeah.
like it
I was
must
like,
be
oh,
fucking
I'd much
good.
rather this fucking mince. So
Yeah,
I watched it. The first few hours, like, oh, I wouldn't have mind a wee Krispy Kreme. But then after he's seven in and he's got
yeah,
honey glaze coming out of his ears, I'm like, you know what? A bit of salt and pepper and lettuce is all right, I suppose.
perfect. Um,
It was that Eric the Electric guy.
I only know the guy with the big fat beard, the big huge
Beard,
beard.
oh, beard food. He
Yeah.
done
He's
hits in the way he edited. I didn't like it. His food wasn't as
you
funny.
get food hanging from his beard, it really feels.
Pure clatty.
Yeah,
I'll be Brandon soon, mate.
I know. I used to shave it and get his prep face out, bro.
I like his beard. He's
Yeah.
he's
Looks
only.
like a different human being.
I don't know. Is that mini cut, bro?
That changed his life. Harley, Harry Brown asked, "Who is your guy's biggest inspiration? It doesn't have to be gym related.
Sorry, what was the question?
Who's your biggest inspiration? It doesn't have to be gym related. Who we got? podcast.
I
Sorry.
like it just went all quiet there. To be fair, if we're not doing it, to be fair, I don't really have that many like in the gym. Um, I'd say probably
Don't.
my mum, to be fair.
Who?
If I'm not gonna be, I'd say my mum. Like
Oh,
I know, I know.
he's all cute and shit, man.
I'd probably say my mum. And my dad. That'd be it. I mean, obviously, in terms of like the gym side of things, people that I look up to would be like Finn and you boys. But like outside of that, like it probably sounds ignorant, but I really don't care that much.
No, that's the thing. Like when you're young, like you get inspired by people, this and that, and when you get older, you kind of realize that I don't know. It's not as if you don't get inspired by people, but it's just everyone else is the same as you, aren't they? And
People,
they do the same stuff. Yeah, it's not as if they're superhumans or anything. It's literally just people doing what you're doing, and yeah, you get like
uh,
motivation and
a
stuff, but
good,
it's not like crazy big inspirations of this and that. Like,
I think a good question is like if there's one person who you met or saw like in real life that you would have to get a photo with or have to speak to, have to try and like get like, oh my God, I've got to get a photo with them. Like, who would it be?
You know
T-Bone.
what? I didn't do this. Sorry, what was that?
You said Siebel.
Oh, fair enough.
become.
It wouldn't be mine, but I was itching to get a photo with Stephen Graham when we trained at Colville. But he was with his boy and I didn't go up to him, but I remember saying to Josh, Stephen Graham over there.
Hey, you should have done that. That'd been cool.
Has
Yeah,
anyone
but
watched
he
his
was
new
training
thing?
with his boy and I didn't want to be that guy being like, "Oh, can I
Yeah.
get a photo?"
It probably gets me.
I'll play it cool. He'll knows.
Hey, asked me for a photo.
Exactly.
Noah Campbell. Noah
Uh,
Campbell PT at the time, whatever it was.
Noah
Yeah.
Campbell with 4 L's, mate. Oh yeah, it was Noah Campbell coaching. No, it wasn't. I was part of FK at that point.
Noah Campbell PT, like when you had it, when you had like
We
one
didn't have
poster.
you
Yeah,
weren't
it was black, like a black logo with like the. Remember Noah Campbell PT? You had
I
it for.
was part of FK at that point.
Where are you?
Yeah, because it was the day after we trained Ultraflex one day, then we trained Colville the
No,
next
but
day.
you had a personal training one, like you see on the way down to the
NB
announcement
coaching
and
then.
everything.
Oh, it was Noah
Like,
Campbell PT. How do you
yeah,
remember that?
yeah.
Dude?
Don't know why.
Fucking weirdo.
Right, mate.
Oh, Diego Costa.
Diego Costa.
I fucking love that man.
It was. Is he not a bit of a nutter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got fucking pocketed by Rob Holden though in the FA Cup final, didn't he?
Oh,
Hold on, I'll see if I can find the
Oh,
photo.
good win last night, Matt.
mate, what a joke last night.
Oh
Fucking
my
Oh,
God.
the
That was the
second one.
most mental game I've
The
watched in
first,
my
the
life.
first one, anyone can score. The wall was shite.
the
Mate,
second.
the first one wasn't good.
You reckon you can whip it like that?
That wasn't crazy. The second one,
No, the whip was mental.
the first one, anyone can curl a ball like that. Any footballer can curl.
This is
Mate,
Finn Bailey talking here. I was so good at football when I was
I
younger.
was
Trust me.
so good at football,
Don't
I
get
could
me
have done.
broke.
No,
I wasn't so small.
the first one wasn't
Trust me.
impressive. It was like, oh, cool. He hit it with pace. The second one was like, he knew he was that confident. He was just like, I'm whipping his top in. It was a
He was
joke.
like, I'm pinging that.
The second one was
Big.
ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
one of the best free kicks I've ever seen. The first one was like, the wall was shit.
That he scored two of them.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't follow football at all. I'm so sorry. I'm in this conversation.
Mate,
Never scored a free kick in what 300 odd
Why?
games, and then
Why did they
scores
put
two in
him
the space
on?
of
Why did they
13.
put him on the free kick?
he was
Just because
confident.
we were planning on whipping it in to the back.
Oh, did you see the?
Yeah.
I hate he's such
Uh,
a
Yeah, that is a pure.
fucking loser.
That
He's
is
a twat.
impressive.
If you're watching this, Arsenal FC set piece taker, you're a
Mate,
virgin.
that's that.
Nicolas Joubert,
That,
mate.
that one is good. The first one.
The
You know
first
that
one,
wee game,
okay.
Yeah.
the wee game you used to play on your phone where you'd have to draw it, and you
Oh,
had to do,
score
like,
zero.
yeah, the one where you
Oh
need
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that looks like something like that. Like that's really.
That's really just an average free kick. The second
Look at the second one.
Second one though was like
The
fuck.
fact that these are in the same game is fucking mental, though.
Well, what position does he play? Is he not like a defender?
But holding midfield,
He's playing more as an eight.
one,
No,
didn't it?
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
second one's crazy.
For people that haven't seen this shit, because I also haven't seen this shit, that's
Even
crazy.
like just the technique, how he like hits it. When you watch like the screenshot of him like actually hitting the ball, how his body shape is, it's mental.
It was so in the top corner.
He
Wow.
fucking well ate it as well. It's not like he even just
Yeah.
curled it. He
Yeah,
fucking
like
booted it.
so
So,
cool.
Matt, I seen your story last night, and I thought that was like a niche reference that you were supposed to put on like your close friend story. I was like, he's put something up that he shouldn't have there, but obviously just didn't know that
But
that
Declan
happened.
Rice.
Yeah,
Love
I
your
thought
little
you
legs.
Josh, who's the person you'd need to get a photo with?
Um, to be honest,
AJ Morris.
yeah, the king of natural. I do have a photo with AJ Morris. He's holding my hand up, and I've got midsection detailed and this and that. So I've got that.
Is that the only one you've got with him?
And that, yeah, I don't think I have anyone's off stage with him. I should have every time I meet him. AJ, can I please get a photo?
Josh, I've
Please,
met you loads of times. Can I have another one though?
please, please, AJ. Um, fuck, I don't know.
Who,
Matt,
who
answered
do you
yet,
think?
you know?
Matt's.
Yeah, I said T-Bone.
Who do you think?
Seaman.
Who do you think mine is?
I, I don't think.
Ronaldo.
Huh?
I said Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I screen share something, boys?
Depends what it is.
Hold on, let me make sure everything else is off.
I'm trying to think if I got any. I got a photo. You might not even know who this is. Any's even Noah maybe. Danny McCaskill. I remember getting a photo with him and I thought that was cool as fuck. He's a really, really popular like BMX and mountain bike rider for Scotland. And I met him while I was on Pokemon Go. When playing Pokemon Go and there you go, a photo of him.
Mate, this was on my birthday, so I can't remember how old I would have been, but
I remember you've told this story already.
he's my favorite footballer. And I came downstairs and there's a video of me. And as soon as I've opened the front door, there's just Diego Costa stood there in the fucking pitch black. I've shat myself. And then this is me when I was on trial at St Mirren, and I was like, fuck it, quick SoundCloud photo with him.
You've got the wee coach finger pointer.
Exactly, mate, from
Or, or
Barcelona.
they nailed it down.
By number 7, not bad. I was a
And
keeper.
it was coming.
Oh, okay, that's a SoundCloud one of that. There you go.
I think who I looked up to like massively when I was a kid.
I met KSI in
Oh,
Ibiza Airport, but I was too scared to get a photo with him. And this was when the diss tracks were starting to come out, so he hadn't like properly fucking
Oh,
gone mental. But I just knew him from the YouTube stuff.
oh, that's a cool one. Who like what famous people have you met? I've got one day in my life that was the best for it. I was in London with my ex at the time, and we were going a walk. I can't remember where we were going, and all of a sudden I bumped into Harry from the Sidemen. So I
oh.
was like, "Oh, Harry, can I get a photo, mate?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he was with his ex at the time. I remember being like, they're not meant to be together. Got a photo, and he was like, "Oh, how are you? How's your day?" I was like, "I'm not from here." He was like, "Ah, yeah, okay." Got the photo, and then he walked away. Then went to the Chelsea Tottenham game that night. I'd went down to London to watch the Chelsea game. Dragged my ex at the time with me, and then we're walking back, and I'm itching just to get an Uber up the road. But she's like, no, 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 there's a nice restaurant there. I was like, no. She goes, in. So we go into this like Italian place because it had like a rooftop restaurant, looked gorgeous. And it was a Chelsea themed Italian restaurant. So there was like the Di Matteo, there was the Viale, there was the Zola, all these specials named after Italian people who've been related with Chelsea. So we go up to the top. I get a really nice pizza, and then we get an Uber waiting out the front. And all, but I'm still in my Chelsea top. Hold on, surely I've got a photo of this as well. Wait, what year? This was right before Finn. Do you remember? Just before I started with you, I went to London. You probably don't, but literally the week before I joined you, I went to London. Um, where is it? Where the fuck is he?
I've got none.
And then pulling up in front of me in this random car for no reason on the same day,
Let's see.
Kovacic
Oh yeah.
pulled up at the stop, got my photo, and then he just fucked off right after.
COVID vibes.
Yeah, man, this was
Your hair looks great there.
2021. Oh,
Bowl cut. Could
oh.
have cracked a smile at least.
Mate, I know. He's the one that pulled over for me to get a photo with him. There was no traffic. It was an
He
empty.
randomly just pulled over and went.
Mate, I kid you not.
Campbell.
We thought it was the Uber driver. It was a green light. He could have just went. It was an empty road, but he's seen us standing out the front of this restaurant in our Chelsea tops. So he's just pulled over, stopped the car, and as he came, I was like, "Fucking Kovacic!" So I just put my head over to the window, and it was Kovacic. I was like, put the window down, can I get a photo?
Oh, he's gonna get stabbed or something.
And then he was like, yeah, yeah. So I was like, get a photo. And she's like, oh, who is it now? And I was like, oh, we literally just watched him play Tottenham. And then he just drove off right afterwards. So
It'd be funny if he like pulled over and you didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a photo and you're like,
He just rolls down the window. And you're like,
yeah, that was the best for me though. But I don't know who you guys have seen, to be fair.
I've just met like famous rugby players, none of which you would know.
I could not name a single rugby player, mate.
No.
No, neither.
Owen Farrell.
Wanker. I've met him.
Wanker.
He's a twat.
Wanker. Yeah, wanker. English prick. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this to him.
I forget I'm the only English person here. That's weird.
You.
On forever. Booby.
Booby. Booby.
What
Booby.
a booby
What's
is.
the
The
booby?
booby.
What's the booby?
All right, Matt, you need to go.
No, it's okay. I can stay till a quarter past.
Oh, okay.
Sick.
Right. Famous people I've met. Um, I guess at like Body Power and like a Gymshark event when I was younger, like Steve Cook.
Jay Cutler.
Oh yeah, Jake Cutler. Photo of it there.
Yeah, I've seen Dorian and that. I do like them. I get pictures with them.
Yeah.
Just like the
I've got
Arnolds.
another cool one I've just remembered there. Matt, you might know him. He used to play for Rangers and Arsenal. Gideon Zalalem.
Yeah, the midfielder.
Yeah.
American boy.
So I used to be a ball boy at Ibrox, and when we went in at halftime, we're all meant to go into this like random part of the inside of the stadium. But I went back out because I was like, I kind of want to look around. And as I went back into the tunnel, he's just stood there in the middle of the tunnel by himself. So he was like in his American accent, "Oh, I'll walk with you. Like we'll go back out. How
Do,
are you?
do the American accent.
Oh man, come on, I'll walk you out." So, so me and Zalalem walk. I think it was at home. Oh, fuck, maybe Motherwell. I couldn't tell you who it was. But went out walking with Zalalem onto the pitch. Not the full way on, but we walked
American name.
in the tunnel
What's his
together.
name? Zalala.
Gideon Zalalem. I don't even know if he's got a team anymore.
Mm.
He was at New York City, and then I think God knows what.
Never even heard of him.
To be fair, I've met the whole Rangers squad from the ball boying. I remember the day that Rangers got promotion to the Premier League or the Scottish Prem. I was ball boy there.
What,
Uh,
Rangers were in the second division.
Rangers were in the fourth.
Yeah,
Do you not remember? So Rangers got put through administration and got sent to the fourth tier of
got
Scottish.
dropped down.
Did they?
Yeah, so all the players pretty much left, and it was like the scraps that were left. So we had who was it? Like Lee McCulloch, um, Lee Wallace, like proper shitters, and built back up the ranks.
Sorry if you're watching, guys.
So I know you love the podcast.
The Natural Physique podcast.
But I was ball boy for 2 seasons, I think it was, like on and off. You got random days, or do you want 2 tickets for this game? You can ball boy. Sound.
They
So
don't pay you. You just get to watch the game. Or
yeah, so it would just be 2 tickets. Mum and my dad could go to a game, and I was on the pitch, like giving the balls back to the players and all that. So it was because I played with like the elite squad. It was like not good enough to go pro youth yet, but they wanted to see if I could go towards that eventually. And with that, I got into the games. So the game that Rangers got promoted back to the top division was at home, and it's the one. If anyone's watching this, when Andy Halliday's with the Union Bears and he's got the microphone and he's going, "Oh, this big brother, Nano." He's like giving it Yaldi, and all these scarves are getting thrown down and given to the players. Then the players got a bunch of scarves and gave them to the ball boys as well. So met Tavernier, Andy Halliday, everyone that was part of that team. We basically saw all the ball boys and all that. So that was the Rangers story. Yeah.
I got a wee photo with Effie Ambrose, random
Ambrose.
washed up Celtic player. I sold him the shittiest TV in Curry's and I was like, here, mate, photo. Just sent it into the group chat.
Do you see he's playing like junior level now?
As
It's
I
just
thought it was
random.
like Motherwell. I think it was Motherwell when I was, or some like shittier team when I met him.
He's
Because I
playing
was like, right,
Honest Borough now.
wait, I thought I was buzzing, right? I was like, football player, here we go. I'm getting a big sale here. I'm gonna fucking whack-a-mole and shit. He bought the £179 shittest TV that we have. I was like, mate, that's brutal. I was like, at least give me a photo. Just send it to the group chat. I was like, it's worth it.
Did you
That'll do.
not have another footballer in there though?
There was always a good few, like Kyogo and Tavernier and stuff were in, like his RS6 was outside, I remember that. I referred the car to seeing him, so yeah.
Oh, Kyogo. I met him at the airport going to Japan.
He left now, hasn't he?
Yeah, I was
You'd not follow Scottish football, do you know anything about it? Or
I know
me.
like the better
nothing?
players for Celtic and Rangers, but like I know
You'd
Tavernier
have
and
no
I know
decent
Diogo.
Yeah.
probably get more knowledge than me. My football knowledge is horrendous.
I would, yeah, I wouldn't know a lot though. Like it's not like only Celtic and Rangers from if they're in like the Europa League or the Champions League.
Yeah.
I've got one final question. It's what do you think about the future of bodybuilding? But I'm going to switch it to the future of natural bodybuilding to fit with the podcast.
Right, I like it.
I'm a genius.
What do we think about just the future?
Yeah, like where it's went recently, like obviously I wasn't like in the natural bodybuilding scene before what 2023, like realistically even 2022, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So like I didn't know before, but it has significantly improved, hasn't it? Like in terms of popularity and even like production of shows and this and that, like it's getting better. Am I correct? Am I wrong? Or
Yeah, like if you think back to like when I first kind of got into it, it was what, 2019, maybe 2018, 2019. Yeah, so like 2019, I went to quite a few shows, and obviously it was like production obviously is better now, especially like the Denmark show that we went to, Matt, that you competed in. Like that was like really cool. Um, but back then it was more so just like opportunities to compete. There was like I think there was four qualifiers, like a Northern, Southern, Midlands, and then like a Scotland, maybe an Irish one, for like UKDFBA and BMBF, and that was it. Like there was nothing else. Like so there was like what 4 or 5 chances to compete a year. Obviously they still did like Europeans and Worlds and stuff, but now it's like you've got what four PCA shows, you've got four BMBF shows, two WMBF shows. You'll have three UKDFBA shows,
yeah.
like OCB, all the Two Bros natural shows that are now on NPC. Like there's loads. So yeah, like that's cool. There's a lot more opportunities, and yeah, like of course with anything, obviously like production and like lighting and social media content, all that's going to improve just with time, as all that improves anyway. But I feel like
Unless you're UK DFBA's Instagram and you start promoting people making stairs. You see that one?
can't say that. Can't say that. What if Lee's watching?
Ooh.
Just a photo of stairs. I was like, who's posted this? And I was like, the official UK DFBA
Yeah.
page.
It's
Just
because I think
a
it is.
photo of stairs.
I think it is
Come on.
Lee's. I think it is Lee's like personal account as well. I don't know. But yeah, it was Isaac, wasn't it? Isaac that obviously like helps them out and does a lot of work for him. So he was obviously just shouting out Isaac.
He goes to the Europeans every year, doesn't he?
Isaac, yeah, he's to be fair, he's always on the door as well, isn't he? He does,
Which one is
he does
that? Isaac.
guy who wears like when he does men's physique, he wears like a throw, like he wears like a towel instead of shorts. Have you seen it? Like Tarzan. He's the guy that looks like Tarzan with his
Oh,
hair.
Yeah, he's
yes,
got the long hair, tattoos.
yes, I know who he is.
But yeah, it's like it has obviously improved quite a lot. And like it's realistically looking like it's going to be a pretty exciting year this year with the shows and especially like the MBW show. That should be very, very good.
I think the MBW show allowing like any pro card winners or any pro card holders to enter,
Yeah,
as long as it's not a dog shit federation. I think that's a step in the right direction.
yeah.
Just allowing the best natural bodybuilders to actually compete against each other.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I don't think it should be where like it, again, like you end up having the pro shows where they're on so late and no one even stays for them because there's like two people in it. It's like
2 days that in it, the NBW show, so it
yeah.
should be a little bit better. See, WNBF have stopped it being 2 days, so back to one, or have they? Someone told me that. I
Is
get told
WMBF not the one that ran till like midnight though?
that
Like,
was the
it's
issue.
like
At
2 a.m.
2 a.m. in the morning, and fucking what was his name?
Gilbert.
Oh, Gilbert, man, like Gilbert was just bam, 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 and I'm sat there at 2 in the
Nah,
morning.
to be fair, he got to like 10 p.m. and he was just sat down and he was like,
Like, he was
fair
going
play,
mental the
Gilbert.
whole day, like he was pure loving it, and then he just died as well. What a
Yeah.
guy that
I
was.
don't I don't know. Is it? going back to one day?
I get told off for somebody, but I can't remember who it was or when it was. The 2 days would be good to make
Yeah.
sure that it doesn't go on to 2 a.m. because that was brutal. I'm also just like holding a look for an athlete and like, all right, everything's looking great. I'm supposed to be on at 7 p.m. and now it's 2 a.m. So
Yeah, and again, it's the pros that end up suffering because they're on stupidly late. Like I
are they
think,
doing pro bodybuilding this year at WMBF Supernaturals? I swear I've seen that.
huh?
I think they're doing a pro bodybuilding class
Yeah,
at Supernaturals this year.
yeah. They just did physique and women
Yeah, because they've only done physique in the past. So and then
body.
the women's one, yeah. Remember the girl? We were there. Yeah.
Go on, spill the beans. What is it?
It was
Yeah,
just it was just a
making a funny
girl,
face,
mate.
and I couldn't fucking stop wetting myself.
The girl,
But
and
it was so dead at that point that like you could hear us giggle. We giggled, so
she
it's just so difficult not to laugh.
she was one of the pros in the fit body category, and she was lovely. Like, well, I don't know her personally, but she seemed like a lovely girl. She actually had a good physique, but she like her smile was crazy, like, absolutely crazy. Like it was like. Like me and Josh, like, what the fuck? Wow.
We were fucked at that point. I think it made it more funny the fact that we had like no energy, but then something gave us a bit of a giggle.
Yeah.
It just set us off completely. I was like, "Fuck!" So quiet. Gilbert had toned it down by that point, and
You'd
we were like,
like you'd go into a pose, it'd be like, like, jeez. But her physique was good.
"Yeah." That's
I
when
think.
Kez was like on the brink of death.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah,
That show was. I mean, Finley Thornton won the classic, like
yeah,
the teen golden era. So he had to stay there from like 10 a.m. until like 10 p.m. Bless him. And obviously I stayed like because I was gonna stay. I would have stayed probably anyway because I did want to see the pro shows. But maybe if it had gone on that late and Finley wasn't going on again, I might have been like, might
yeah.
just,
We
you know.
ended up getting to a point where we were just like, "Fuck this, we may as well just stay," because
Well,
it's like
when Finley had gone
12
on,
p.m. anyway.
obviously at that point it was like, well, there's no point leaving now. Like
Yeah,
it's late enough as it is. I might as well watch because he was the last class, obviously the overall slash golden era overall. Um, I was like, might as well stay, and then it was still like a good. It's one of them, is Because they want to be like, oh, we want to make sure we give the pros enough time as well. It's like it's
yeah. You
it's
get why it went
I'd
on
be
long
like,
because they want to give everyone time and this and that. But it gets to a point where if you've got so many athletes and you try to give them time
yeah,
and you're not sticking to the times that it says, then it becomes an issue as well. But I think 2 days would be good. I don't know if they are still doing it or not. I don't know who I heard it from, but
I
that would
hope
be because
makes me.
they'll have a lot of competitors in it as well. They usually do.
Yeah, it's always busy.
Well, there's only two shows in it, so it's
2023 men's medium was so busy, incredibly busy. It's crazy,
yeah, yeah,
crazy busy. Whoever won
chat.
that must be fucking great. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
You
the
and
guy from Israel,
your petty
Oh,
one.
The real winner.
the
Yeah.
real winner. Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad for Finn. Let me just give him it.
yeah.
Kind of
Finn looks like he's dying. Just give him something. Right,
Yeah.
wrapping it up. Are there any more questions that we need to get back to that are actual questions?
Just regarding
Um,
sex, mate.
let's see. Is Noah insulin resistant?
Yeah,
This is debatable.
I can't wait to check
Um,
my thyroid when we get bloods done.
See him at the end of the month.
who would win in an arm wrestling match? Quickly.
Finn, probably.
Yeah.
Best arms.
That's
Matt's
He's got
forearms.
pretty big
I like
forearms.
Matt's forearms, yes.
Fucking size of
Yeah,
that.
Matt has got good form.
Matt's got very good forearms, so I don't know. Oh,
Forearms
Thanks,
got like a
you'll get your
fucking
camera.
bicep on
yeah.
Josh,
Yeah, I
you,
remember like when I seen you in person, I was just like, what the fuck is that? Like, 'cause you had a long top on, it's like, when someone just looks at a pure like ape, like their arms are just pure massive, like their forearms. I always find that impressive, but my forearms are skinny and shit, so and I can't be bothered training them. Fuck being at the end of a session and just being like, oh yeah, let me start doing forearms.
do him at the start. If you want to
Yeah,
talk about the
that's
body
it.
part, do it at the start. Do it at the start
Yeah.
of every session. Start of
it. Or
legs.
just train them late at night on a
Mm,
Wednesday
Yeah.
in your
yeah.
bed.
Just get two
Wed-
guys next to me.
It's Wednesday.
Both
That's
better.
right. Wednesday. That's for you, Matt.
We all know what I'm doing at 10 o'clock.
We'll all message you. All message you separately at 10 o'clock. Hey,
I'll
mate.
put it on Do Not Disturb, so we'll see your message pop up.
All right, wrapping it up. Thank you all for watching as always. We will obviously keep these coming. Some of them will be
Maybe
educational.
slightly more serious.
Some of them might be educational. Some of them might not. To be fair, like I think Q&A ones, you just go with the flow with whatever comes up. But otherwise, last week was obviously just catching up with you boys because I wanted to hear about your holiday. We'll come up with topics for some specific weeks. I think it's good to be like, right, we're going to talk about this that week. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Thank you all for watching, listening, as always, and we'll see you in the next one.